Welcome back to No Bias Hoops. Today I'm going to be talking about the NBA Play-In Tournament and who I think is going to win. We'll start with the West. The first game is Warriors vs. Grizzlies. The winner will be the 7th seed playing the Rockets. And I think this is just going to be the Warriors destroying the Grizzlies. Steph Curry has been good in the play-in in the past and isn't going to let the opportunity to make the playoffs go by. You have Jimmy Butler, who is way better when it matters. And I just think that the Warriors are going to win and have a legitimate chance to beat the Rockets. Then we have the Kings versus the Mavericks. I'm not really sure. The Mavericks have had a lot of issues this season after trading Luka Doncic. But Anthony Davis is back, and I do think that they are still the better team than the Kings, even without Kyrie Irving. But the Kings do have more star power ultimately that's available. The Mavericks just have Anthony Davis. The Kings still have DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Domantas Sabonis. But the Bulls were able to get it done in the playoffs last season. And this is basically the same team, just swapping Sabonis for Vucevic. So I'm still going to pick the Mavericks here, but it really depends on how dominant Anthony Davis is. I could definitely see the Kings winning this game. So then next we would have the Mavericks versus the Grizzlies. And I do think that the Kings and Mavericks are both very capable of taking down the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies have been nothing but controversy since Ja Morant's first incidents, and they fired their head coach very recently. Ja Morant has been kind of upset this season. They're going to feel a huge need to make the playoffs, but really, I don't think either of these teams will be able to compete against the OKC Thunder. So I don't know really who to choose here. I'm probably taking Memphis, but I could 100% see Dallas winning. Over in the East, the first game is Atlanta Hawks versus Orlando Magic. This should be an Orlando Magic blowout win. The Atlanta Hawks have been in the play-in for the past 2 years, and I just don't see how they have gotten any better. They lost DeAndre Hunter, lost John Collins, and this team has just been getting worse and worse. Jalen Johnson is out for the season. So I think this is going to be a Magic blowout win. They've struggled, but they have a really good team and will be definitely a threat to Boston. Probably won't win, but should be an interesting series at least. Then you have the Miami Heat versus the Chicago Bulls. I don't really think the Bulls have a chance, Butler, but they still have Bam Adebayo, Jaime Jaquez, Andrew Wiggins, and the team is decent. I don't think either of these teams will even be a threat to beat Atlanta, but it could happen. I could see Miami winning and then beating Atlanta, but I just think that the Hawks are still exponentially better than the Bulls and the Heat. The Hawks, if they don't win, I could see the Heat winning, and the Heat are usually good in the playoffs. Coach Spo is really great, and the Cavs still haven't proved themselves with Donovan Mitchell, so I could see the Heat upsetting the Cavs, but probably not. The Cavs have been really dominant. Let me know what you think. I see the Bulls as a team that wasn't even really trying to make the play-in, but the East was so bad that they made it on accident, and I don't really think that they have a chance of winning unless something crazy happens, like a Josh Giddey crazy game, but it's probably not going to happen 2 times in a row. So I'm going to pick Orlando winning the first game and Atlanta winning the second game. Let me know if you think Miami has a chance and which of these play-in teams is most likely to be an upset. I think it's Golden State. I think they have a real chance to beat Houston. Houston's really young, and Golden State has Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. I would not bet against them. Let me know what you think, and see you next time on No Bias Hoops.